for being here on this absolutely stunning day. Each year, I'm happy to welcome each of you, and I search for just the, quote, right thing to say that will lead us all to the purpose of Memorial Day. My favorite is greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. We're here today to recognize and honor those that did just that. They laid down their lives because they loved us. They considered us friends. They loved us. They left their families, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, husbands, wives, children, for us to fight and die for our freedom. Each year I'm reminded that freedom isn't free. Many gave their lives so that I can stand before you and welcome you as friends. I hope you enjoy our program today and that you leave with a renewed sense of love and friendship. Together, we can honor those that gave their all for our freedom. I'd like to recognize my fellow council members that are in attendance today. Ronnie Helms, Larry Huntley. I think Mayor Charlie Powers is here somewhere. There you go. Hey, Charlie. Raye Felder and Davy Broom, our town manager. We have a number of people here today. I'd like to start also by recognizing Beth Vanderwalker, who works tirelessly to help with our Strawberry Queens. And this year's Queens, Haley Harding, is the team. You guys want to stand up? Madison Cornwall and Kristen Privet. We'll recognize so many others as we move forward through the program. With that, I guess we'll get started. I will have Robert Munn, the Chaplain of American Legion Post 43, with our opening prayer, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Please uncover. Dear Heavenly Father, we're very thankful for today. We're thankful for this privilege to gather here and honor those that gave us this right. Lord, we ask you to be with us and be with those that suffered a mighty sacrifice, a loved one. Lord, be with us as we go through this program, and let us remember today is not a hot dog hamburger day. Today is the day we honor those that have served and died for this country. Dear Lord, we ask for peace. We ask for comfort. We ask this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. If everyone will please stand for the posting of colors. The posting of the colors will be Mike Craven, Commander, Post 43.
Sergeant at Arms, Post 43, American Legion. Post the colors.
On guard. Oh.
Prepare to post. Post.
And now, as a special part of our program, leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance is the Pre-K Kids Care Academy of Fort Mill Church of God, directed by Rebecca Harrell. Now we'll have the national anthem sung by a fourth grader at Riverview Elementary School, Lauren Roszack.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
What a beautiful, beautiful thing to hear the innocent voices of our children as they recite the Pledge of Allegiance and sing the national anthem. Thank you so much for such bravery. Let's give them a round of applause. What do you think? So if I were to stand here and read this entire program of accomplishments and achievements by our guest speaker today, we would be here till lunchtime. Our Memorial Day message is by Colonel Melinda Woodhurst, the Director of York County Veterans Affairs Office. She's retired United States Army. The decorations are incredible, the courage is incredible, and we're so very blessed to have her speak today.
Thank you. Oh my. Please have a seat. And I promise to be brilliant. Well, I'll try to be brilliant, but I'll definitely be brief. How can you follow that? I can just remember it's been 40 years ago when I was that age and I made a commitment to serve this awesome country that we have before us. So, wow, to follow that. God bless them. Ladies and gentlemen, and to all those in attendance, our elected officials, our veterans, the families of our veterans organizations, our community. But the guest of honor today is the men and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice for this country that we serve and that we love. Welcome to today's ceremony. I'm honored to be your guest speaker, not only because I'm a combat veteran myself, but I get the dubious honor of being your service officer, your veteran service officer for York County. And it gives me great pleasure to service you and your families. We're here today, and the common word is remember. We remember and we honor our service members for their sacrifices that we can't even begin to pay them back. So what is Memorial Day? Why do we remember? Those seem to be the questions that resonate every year. Some people see today as a day off. Oh, I don't have to go to work. I'm off. Oh, we're gonna barbecue. We're gonna have a family gathering. Oh, I'm a veteran, so I'm looking for something free. Well, let me tell you from the heart, Memorial Day is not about something free. It's about remembering those individuals who wrote a blank check and gave their lives so that we can have ceremonies like this and that we can live in the land of free with choices. A Greek philosopher once said, "The bravest are surely those who have the clearest vision of what is before them. Glory and danger alike, not yet withstanding, they go out and meet it. The statement also reminds me of a passage in the Bible that was spoken at every one of my deployments, especially the one with 3rd Infantry Division for the liberation of Iraq. It is Isaiah 6:8. Many of you know that. I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send? And who will go before us? Then I said, I am here, send me. And that's the message of my presentation today, is those individuals over and over and over again said, send me. Unfortunately, they didn't come home, and today we remember their accomplishments and their sacrifice. It is appropriate to remember that every single service member who serves our country took an oath of office. That's what makes our military unique. Just a couple of passages out of that oath that I took many times in my career. It starts with, I do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I take this obligation freely. That's what we honor today, is those men and women who gave their lives. Nearly 42 million men and women have served this nation and taken that oath, and more than 650,000 of them gave their lives. Let that sink in. More than 650,000 Americans gave their lives so that we are free. We honor these heroes by remembering their accomplishments, their courage, their dedication. All that have gone before us, we thank them for their sacrifice. For those that can only be at this ceremony in memory, as represented by the folks today who are remembering their sacrifices, we thank them. Service members we honor today come from all walks of life, but our common denominators and their common denominators were courage, pride, determination, selflessness. Think about that, selflessness. They put something bigger than them, greater than them as an individual, and then they served their country. Many of them didn't ask to leave their homes. Many of them didn't ask to fight on foreign lands. They didn't want to leave their families. They didn't go because they loved to fight. They went because they loved their country and they believed in its cause. They were ordinary people who responded in extraordinary ways in extreme times. And for that we'll forever be grateful. They rose to the nation's calls to protect a nation that has given them and us so much. Since the first shots at Lexington that began the American Revolutionary War, men and women have answered the call of duty. And men and women answer and continue to answer, who shall I send? Send me. Congress recognized Memorial Day in 1887, and since then, with each passing year, we have ceremonies like today to take a moment out of our busy schedules to remember those who have gone on before us. We've named buildings after them, we've given them medals, we've done all kinds of things, and no matter what, we can never replace the holes in our heart for what they have done for us, and for all the families, and for all the veterans, and for all the organizations represented today. Thank you. I would just like to ask any veteran that is currently serving or has served to please stand up and be recognized. We owe you a debt of gratitude. I would also tell you it takes a village. If any service member thinks that their service to our nation was solely theirs, then they are completely wrong. It is our families who stand beside us, it's our friends who stand beside us that encourage us along the way. They're often the ones who pick up the pieces when we come home. When we do what we do and we see what we see, they're standing beside us, helping us develop a new normal. So to our families, thank you. There's a special group of people also. It's called the Gold Star families, which started with the Gold Star mothers. I have a son that is about to turn 30, and I can't even imagine the tragedy, the heartfelt loss that a Gold Star mother would have losing their child to combat. So we'd like to have our Gold Star mothers stand and be recognized so that we may honor you and your family. Thank you, Ms. Sullivan. So, out of all that have lost, we have about 249 individuals from York County who paid the ultimate price, and we thank them. To the soldiers who starved and survived through the winters of Valley Forge, to the blood-ridden battlefields of Gettysburg, to the harsh terrains of the Korean Peninsula, to the doughboys who crouched in the muddy trenches of France, to the platoons who patrolled the hazy jungles of Vietnam, to the young men and women patrolling the mountains in Afghanistan and the deserts of Iraq. The true future rests in your dedication to serve. This is why we remember. This is why we remember. This is why we remember. Thank you all for hosting me today. Thank you all for letting me address you today. Thank God for the men and women who serve and the families who support us. And thank you and thank God for the United States of America.
We will now have Christina Glenn singing America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now we're going to have a reading from our very own Honorable Raye Felder.
The Fallen Soldier by Patricia Krull. Don't weep for me, O land of the free. When it was my time to fall, 'twas for my country's call. 'Twas for the land that I loved that I gave my all. And for the land that I loved, I did freely give. And in her freedom and her courage, I'll continue to live. Thank you.
Very nice. Now, we'd like to recognize Lil Coleman. She is president of the Auxiliary Post 43. Welcome, Lil. Special part of our program every year.
Today we recognize our Gold Star mothers and their sacrifices when a son or daughter dies in service to this nation. The strength of our nation is our armed forces. The strength of our armed forces is our soldiers. The strength of our soldiers is our families. No one has given more for the nation than the mothers and families of our fallen. It is my esteemed honor to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Willis Sullivan, son Giovanna Sullivan died January the 8th, 2018 in Iraq. Minnie Stegall, son Lyndall Raye Butch Stegall, killed in action in Vietnam, April the 3rd, 1967. She cannot be here today. Diane Massey, son Joshua Blaney, killed in action in Afghanistan on December the 12th, 2007. She could not be here. A grateful community and nation thanks all of you.
Right. Hey. Ready? And stop. Cover. Ready? And stop. Cover. Ready? And stop. Cover. Step. Hey. Step. One.
Thank you all for the honor of being here today to recognize those that sacrificed everything for us. If we will have the retrievement of the colors by the Honor Guard, please. And again, American Legion Post 43 always serves us continuously. Thank you so much.
American Legion Post 43, Sergeant at Arms. Retrieve the colors.
On guard. Halt.
And retrieve. Three. Right to the top plate.
Left step.
One.
Left.
Today at the American Legion Post 43, there's a free Memorial Day meal following this service. Hot dogs, hamburgers, plate with salad and baked beans, refreshments for all that would like to join. I hope you leave here today with a new sense of the love that was given to us through the sacrifice of these families and of these military folks that were unable to come home to us. Let's walk this week in that love and try to be friends with everyone. Thanks so much for attending today. Hope you have a good holiday.